Hello everybody, welcome to the class of Building Business Strategy, and my name is Sang-Hwa Lee. I'm the professor of the Handong Global University. I'm teaching the students at the School of the Global Entrepreneurship and ICT. Today is the last day of the series of my classes about the Building Business Strategy, and I want to cover two topics for today's class. The first topic I want to talk is that the required capabilities of talented person in the fourth industrial revolution. And the second topic I want to cover today is the business model canvas. Okay, let me just jump into today's topic and talking the first one first. There are three core capabilities which may be required in the fourth industrial revolution. Okay, what is the fourth industrial revolution? The fourth industrial revolution is about the connecting all the digital devices into one. So much of the jobs in the fourth industrial revolutions can be done by the artificial intelligence. So in the era of the fourth industrial revolution, the digital technologies of the artificial intelligence and the big data analysis and simulations and the human-computer interactions are very important, and in those days much of the jobs are expected to be replaced by artificial intelligence or to work with artificial intelligence. In some of the experts may expect that this industrial revolution may give a negative impact to the workforces of the humans, because artificial intelligence will replace a lot of the job currently being performed by the humans, can be conducted by the artificial intelligence. So they will take the current job of the people. Others are expecting that a lot of new jobs will be created by the introduction of the new digital technologies, including the artificial intelligence. So we expect that some of the jobs currently done by the human beings will be decreased, but instead new jobs will be created for the human beings. So in total, the net workforces might be increased by the new technologies in the fourth industrial revolution. Who knows? At this point, it is clear, the first one, some of the jobs will be decreased. Some labor-intensive jobs currently done by the people. And then number two, some jobs will be created around the areas of dealing with the artificial intelligence. But number three, we do not know at this point what could be the net effect of those industrial revolution, whether it will increase the net jobs, number of the jobs for the people, or whether there will be the net decrease of the number of the jobs for the human beings. But at this point, let's try to think about the new jobs which will be created in the fourth industrial revolutions. Okay, so for the jobs which will be created in the new era, the employees should become accustomed to working with machines while supporting and managing artificial intelligence to perform well. So in those areas where the artificial intelligence will be engaged, human beings and then the machines are not the enemies fighting each other for new jobs. Actually, they are expected to work together very closely in performing the jobs, in performing new jobs very well. Okay, so we need a machine to perform the very labor-intensive jobs much more accurately, but at the same time, we need human resources to give the order and to supervise and to maintain, to provide the maintenance for the machines to perform the given jobs very well. Okay, so in working with the machines, in the past, the required skills for the talented people such as job expertise, leaderships, teamwork, communication skills, and enthusiasm and spirit, etc. In the past, when doing a job, the accumulated experience in a certain area is very important. So if you are a master of a certain area, and then that means that you have done the similar jobs for a longer period of the time. So you got some the know-hows how to do the jobs very well. So we call them the master of those jobs. And also leadership was important. Leadership means taking the peoples around them and then to lead those people to achieve a certain targets. So there should be the followers if there is a leader, and then leader is a person who can lead a lot of the people around himself and mobilize the surrounding resources well in order to achieve the targets. So in a lot of cases, it's about relationship between the people in a groups, right? But nowadays, a lot of jobs being done by the men are replaced by the artificial intelligence. So the importance of leadership is declining, and at the same time the skills to manage the artificial intelligence is more important. And the same as the teamwork. Teamwork means that the getting together with the members in the team and then working very closely. But nowadays the team members are replaced by the machines. So the importance of the teamwork is not that important anymore. And communication skills the same, because in order to achieve the jobs, we need a very good communications among the team members. That's why communication skill was very important. But nowadays, you have to communicate with not with the people, but with the machines. So importance of the communication skill diminished, and then the skills how to manage the artificial intelligence are more important, and enthusiasm and spirit as well. So if you are enthusiastic in doing something, and then that was a very good attributes of talented people. But nowadays, there is no single way to achieve, there is no single way for success. the surrounding environments around us are more uncertain than before. So a lot of surprises are normal nowadays, as I have told in my previous class. So instead of the enthusiasm and spirit, flexibility and resilience are more important. So in the fourth industrial revolution, I may say the three things are more important. The first one is creative thinking, and the second attribute of the talented people in this fourth industrial revolution is strategic thinking. When I say the strategic thinking is a problem definition and solving skills. And then the third element is resilience. So the reason I brought the topic of the core capabilities required in the fourth industrial revolution is that specifically the second element of the capabilities, that is the strategic thinking, is related to directly to the main topic of my lecture series in building the business strategies. And also another reason of bringing this topic to my class is that the purpose of building the business strategy is to achieve our targets, the goals, and also in achieving our targets, specifically in the fourth industrial revolution, one thing we have to do is building the business strategy in a very structured way. And the other capability we need is that those attributes. So we have to learn the skills how to build a business strategy, but at the same time we have to educate ourselves in those three more fundamental attributes required in the fourth industrial revolution. That's why I bring this topic to cover during the class of my lectures. Okay, let's have a look at in each of those three important attributes. Okay, the first thing is the creative thinking. You may remember that in my last, in the last slide of the previous class about revisiting the strategies for the digital transformations. The last page was about showing the traditional oil and gas station and try to think about what could be the future snapshot of the oil and gas industry, the gas stations. And in thinking about the future of gas station, I encouraged you to think about a very creative way of providing the solutions. So creative thinking is one of the most important attributes required in the eras right now. Why do we need the creative thinking, which is very important? Because it's related to our external environment where a lot of things are uncertain. So we have no idea what could be the right answer to a lot of the problems. So in getting the right solutions, we used to have the only rational thinking, okay, the strategic thinkings, but that's not enough. So at this point we need a balanced approach, leveraging both our emotional and creative thinking as well as the rational thinking. I introduced the concept of the design thinking in my last class, and the design thinking is stimulating your empathies and then your intuitive thinkings to create a very creative solutions to the problems you defined. Okay, so at present, where we live today, we need creative thinking in getting the right answers. What's the creative thinking? The definition of the creative thinking is creating something new that is different from the old ones. So even when thinking about a lot of business ideas, it's better to think differently from the conventional ways. And also in developing the business model, you have to make some innovations, anything different from the existing competitors or the conventional business models. So if you make some differences in any of the businesses, in any element of the businesses, distinguishing from your competitors, that will give you some values to your businesses. So, and creative thinking skills can be enhanced through education and training. According to the Tina Selig, she is the PhD in neuroscience from Stanford University School of Medicine. Creativity is not innate, so it's not something born from our birth. So creativity is actually to be trained. So she introduced the concept of the innovation engine. So in order for us to make an innovation, there's some engines for creating the creativity, for developing the creativity. So she called the tool for developing creativity as innovation engines. And innovation engines may comprise of two different elements. One is internal engine, which encompasses the knowledges, imaginations, and attitudes, and etc. And there are also external engine for the innovations that include resources, environment, and cultures, and etc. So if we can provide some proper trainings in either of the internal engine or external engines, and we can actually train our creativities. Okay.